is up, y'all, and welcome back to Sarah's Space. So today I'm going to be working with cards from my Stress and Anxiety Solution deck. There are 55 different cards in here, and they are based off CBT and mindfulness. So CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy, and mindfulness is part of what I mentioned in my last video, DBT, which is dialectical behavior therapy. So with this, I usually just like to shuffle it and pick random cards. Usually when I'm doing this, I'm on Skype with my boyfriend, who usually gives me random numbers. But since I'm alone today, I will just probably pick the first two off the top, to be honest. But I like to do these randomly, so I don't know what I'm getting at the time, and it forces me to learn something new instead of just picking out my favorites every time. So I'll shuffle once more. Sometimes I just don't do cards because I'm confused or I just find them boring. So we'll start with this top one, which is, as you can see, write it down. So the tip on the card is writing will help you get your thoughts out of your head and is very helpful in managing stress and anxiety. So this exercise says to write things down using worksheets, making lists, or keeping a daily log or journal will help you progress. Whether you have an issue to be solved, writing down your thoughts will offer some objectivity and a different perspective. So I'm not really going to write a journal right now. So what I might do is kind of just write down a problem I've been having and kind of just think through it. So the problem I seem to be facing a lot is I feel like people are constantly going to leave me. So I'm going to write that down so I can see the words. Are going to leave me. So now that it's on the paper, I can see the words, and they're just words. And the more I say it, for me personally at least, the more I know it's not true. And this kind of goes into looking at the facts. Okay, so what makes this statement true? So I'm going to write true and false. So true, I've lost friends over the years. And I can't really think of anything besides that. So, okay, what makes this false? So, everyone that I talk to says that they're not going to leave, that they're going to stay with me. Everyone's been there for me when I need them. And when I really think about it, no one's really given me a reason to think that. So that's kind of my list right there. So that's the first one. I mean, if you want to start a journal or use worksheets, leave a comment down below and I can give you some ideas of what kind of worksheets to do in the next video. So the next card I'm going to pull, this kind of goes with what I just did. I do that one all the time. Okay, calm your inner critic. This is a big one. I know, me personally, I talk down on myself a lot. I'm sure a lot of you do too. So the tip, and you can say it says calm your inner critic. The tip on this card is if your self-talk focuses on cutting you down instead of building you up, you can replace your self-criticism with self-compassionate statements. So the tool for this is using note cards. On one side, write a statement by your inner critic, and on the other side, answer the inner critic with a more compassionate statement. Do at least one of these cards every day and carry it around with you to calm your inner critic. So the example it gives, your inner critic could be saying, I never seem to get it and keep on screwing up even though I know better. Where when you're calming your inner critic, you could say, I am proud of myself for trying despite it being so challenging, and love myself for not giving up as I learned to trust myself. So for me, I'm just going to write 2 sides on this piece of paper. So I'm going to write inner critic on one side and calm on the other side. So for my inner critics, I always say I'm a burden to people. That's one of my biggest problems. I'm a burden and everyone is going to leave because of it. So what can I put on the other side to kind of challenge that a little bit? Well, I could say I am not a burden, as simple as it sounds. People offer to be there for me. For me when I need them. And then they say they're not going anywhere, which if I really think about it, no one has really given me a reason to think that. So as the card says, you can do this on a card and carry it around. I'm just today doing it on a piece of paper. I have several of these cards lying around. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and that these 2 new skills have helped. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to see more. I will be back next week with some more cards. And if there's anything you'd like to see from me, or if you have any questions, please comment down below, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.